Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday after Thanksgiving. I try to stretch, unlike the other holidays, I try to stretch Thanksgiving out as far as possible. Feels like it's the only one that's really about family and friends and food, so makes it easy. Gratitude. We will wait just a moment as people arrive. So while we're waiting for our fellow Sangha mates to arrive, I just wanted to remind everyone January 4th from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. we will be doing a one-day virtual retreat. Lama Surya will be teaching, Lama Roger Walsh will be teaching, I will be leading a session, and a few senior students will be leading meditation. So it should be a great day. It's been a year since we've had the chance to get together in this way. And I know both of the lamas are very excited to be with everyone. So I've put the link in the chat. And I just want to mention one thing for those of you who may be logging into the website. And I'll share as little information as possible, but enough so that you understand. We shifted to our website hosting platform. And so some of you have gone to register or to make a donation, you may have noticed that your password doesn't work anymore. That's because unbeknownst to us, when we shifted platforms, everyone was going to have to re-register. And so all of your data is still there. However, when you go into the website, just register as if you're a new person. You should have no issues. If anyone is interested in their historical information, and I'll put his email in the chat, anything that you've participated in or paid for all these years, that's still held in a database, and Patrick, who's Lama Surya's new assistant, can always send you that report. We've had a few Sangha members need that, and he's able to pull it up very quickly. So if you're logging in and you're not able to get in with your old password, there's nothing wrong with you. It's a new website, and we appreciate your patience. And if you have any questions at all around that, I'm going to put Patrick's email in here now. All right, now that we have all the administrative information out of the way, I hope you all received Lama Surya's Loving Friday letter the other day. He was eager to give an update. Okay, let's arrive. Thank you all for being here, for your presence and your practice. We certainly can't do this alone. Okay, let's start with some opening aspirations and prayers. And we will start with the 4 immeasurable aspirations. May all beings possess happiness and the inner causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the inner causes of suffering. May all beings remain undivided from the sacred joy, which is free from suffering. May all beings come to rest in great peace and equanimity, beyond attachment and aversion to friends, enemies, or strangers. And the 4 dharmas of Gampopa and Longchenpa. Bless and empower us that our minds and hearts turn toward the Dharma. Bless and empower us that our Dharma practice becomes the path. Bless and empower us that the path truly dispels confusion. Bless and empower us that confusion itself dawns as primordial awareness. I'm going to apologize in advance for the throat clearing that will happen throughout our session today. I've been getting over a cold, and this part hangs on for a minute. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself to feel your body. Noticing where you feel relaxed and at ease, and perhaps where there might be some contraction or tightness. We often move so fast through life that even on the moment of sitting, we forget to take a moment and check in with these bodies that we're in. So I thought today I'd do a little short teaching on my favorite subject, which is the conversations between Padmasambhava and Yeshe Sogyal, and the vital points. And I found in my own practice, I'm a reader and a researcher, and when our hearts and minds turn toward the Dharma, as all of us in this room have, or we wouldn't be here, it can be an overwhelming amount of material to read and to study. 2,500 years worth of teachings that have been documented. It can be both vast and exciting, and also can create some lack of clarity on where should I focus my attention. And so I found myself lately mostly reading these conversations between Padmasambhava and Yeshe Sogyal, because to the point of the title, the 21 Vital Points, it's a distillation of the teachings. And you can spend hours on 3 sentences, because in a distillation, it's quite dense. And so I've appreciated it because I can read a sentence or two and then just sit with it and let the words wash over me. So we'll talk a little bit about view and scope. And Lama Surya has said over the years, and he said it again a couple of weeks ago, that everything comes down to the level of scope. And so when you think about life in these human bodies, and what we may be feeling or experiencing in any given moment, if you're experiencing difficulty, looking at what's the scope. Are you looking at it through a tiny little pinhole? And when you look at it through a tiny little pinhole, whatever it is that's arising can feel very overwhelming and very intense. If you expand that viewfinder wider and wider and wider, and include more of what's arising, more of what's happening, more of the context, more of space, it can create a little space. Opa says, it's not outer things which entangle us. It's inner clinging and fixation that entangles us. And so what do we do with that? What do we do with these entanglements, these inner clingings, these fixations that draw us in? How do we work with it? Because I don't know about you, but I haven't been able to find a way to make it go away, on one hand. On the other hand, I've found a way historically to escape it by disassociating, by turning my attention somewhere I'd rather it be, by not feeling the feelings. And even meditation has been an escape for me. And like all things, over time, anything that we're escaping is still there waiting for us. And it took me a few years to recognize that meditation wasn't just this place to go to relax and to zone out. Because I think in the beginning, however many years ago now, 28 years ago, that's what I was doing. It was like a salve, and I didn't recognize that there was no escape, right? That this practice was here for me to work with what is. And this idea that it's not what's happening to us or around us, but it's how we relate to it and how we work with it. That's the point. So it's all a matter of scope. Where is my attention? In what scope is it resting? And in this conversation between Padmasambhava and Yeshe Sogyal, Yeshe is saying, okay, what's the vital point here? What do I really need to know? If you're going to go off and be gone for aeons, leave me with what I really need to know. And this is me paraphrasing, by the way. So this is my interpretation and paraphrasing of their conversation. It was not quite this casual. She wasn't like, what's the point? But for our purposes, what's the point? And what he says is, all that appears in space. All that appears in space. And space is empty. It's wide, it's expansive, and it's empty. And space does not have an opinion. Space does not experience anything as good or bad or right or wrong. It just holds what arises, including the four elements. So all four elements are fleeting and impermanent: fire, water, earth, wind. When it rains, rain appears in the expanse of space. And then when it remains, so it begins to rain, it's raining. It's happening in space. It remains. Where is it remaining? It remains in space. And what we all know, even those of you who live in the Northwest or rainier places, that eventually the rain stops. It dissolves. And where does it dissolve? It dissolves in the expanse of space. Space itself is inherently empty. It's an expanse in which all worldly things arise, including us, including our feelings. And the metaphor that is used is that our mind is like this. Our mind, imagine it as a wide open expanse of space, which inherently doesn't see or experience things as good or bad or right or wrong, or hard or difficult. It's just where the arising happens. So all arisings, all thoughts, all disturbing emotions and feelings, they all appear in this expanse of space, like clouds do, like mist does. And if we can cultivate the practice of viewing all that arises in this way, there's an inherent freedom in that. There's a primordial freedom in that. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to act on. It's just to be with, allowing. And then this is where we tend to find ourselves getting hooked. And it's in the not allowing. It's in the not resting in. We get hooked in feeling arises, we must do something about it. Fix it, change it, push it away. Or sometimes hold on to it. We don't want the feeling to go away. And this is where attachment becomes the problem. And attachment, it can be misunderstood. Attachment isn't detachment. Non-attachment is not detachment. So when it's raining, for example, you're not meant to not feel the rain. You're not meant to pretend like the rain's not there. You're just meant to not hope for the rain to stay forever. So we are humans in human form. And so it's raining, we feel the rain. We get to be with the rain. We're with what's happening. And when it stops, we get to be with the sunny sky. It's a subtle difference between attaching to it or pushing it away versus zoning out, spacing out, and pretending like it's not there. And when it's raining and you have to go to work, you prepare yourself. You don't just go get deluged in the rain. You have a raincoat or you have an umbrella. So as the rain arises in the expanse, we work with it. And as feelings arise in the expanse, we work with them. We feel them. We are human. One of the primary causes of pain and suffering is not allowing our feelings to be what they are. To just sit with them, to just be with them. So these difficult emotions, especially in difficult times, and I think we could say we're in particularly difficult times, particularly when you zoom out on the world. So our work here is not to escape, not to zone out, not to cling, not to push, not to stop them from coming, but to be fully human, allow it to be part of our human existence. Self-arising, self-dissolving. So as we work with it and attend to, it's a matter of attention, it's a matter of awareness, it's allowing the feeling to arise, creating enough space, allowing yourself to view this expanse of your mind as spacious, and just being curious and open and resting. So they say there is great ease in things left just as they are. What if we just rested in what was happening? So let's do that for a moment. Let's take Padmasambhava's advice and create some spaciousness. Let me rephrase that. Get in touch with, become aware of the natural spaciousness that is already there. We're not creating anything. So take a deep breath in through your nose. And then hold for a moment. And then release all at once. Emptying out that still prana. And settle into your seat. Allowing it to rise up to meet you and support you. And then gently relaxing into it. Open, relaxed, at ease, and attentive. This is the meditation of non-meditation, just being with. Now see from this space, you can connect with your heart. Softening and opening just a little more ease, a little more gentle tenderness. A love and compassion for yourself. Body like a mountain, unmovable. Breath like the wind, natural and free. Mind like the sky, open and radiant. It's all right here, right now. Not striving towards anything, just being. Awakened mind is beyond journey. It is your true nature. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Let's shake it up for a moment. Clear any of the fuzziness or I don't know whatever's coming up for you. I need a stretch, so. Our intention is to bring our Dharma, our practice, on the cushion or on our seat into our daily life. And so these shorter sits with some breaking it up really, I think, allows for more flow in that way. Because, until we're awakened, we're in life and we're going to get caught up in the flow of something. And then we're going to notice that we're caught in the flow and we adjust and we come back to it with attention and love and compassion. And then over time, we're going to get caught up in the flow of something again, and you notice and reassert your intention, reopen. So the point is not to sit one-pointedly staring out for as long as possible. It is attention and ease. So reset your body, your breath, and your mind for these last few moments. I'm going to read you a short little pith instruction. Devoted one with a faithful and virtuous mind, listen to me. Although there are many profound key points of body, rest free and relaxed as you feel comfortable. So do that now. Rest free and relaxed as you feel comfortable. Everything is included in simply that. Although there are many key points of speech, such as breath control, mantra recitation, stop speaking and remain like a mute, quiet and at ease. Everything is included in simply that. Although there are many key points of mind, such as concentration, relaxation, projection, dissolving, and focusing inward, everything is included in simply letting your mind rest in its natural state, free and easy, without fabrication. And while the mind does not remain quiet in that state, it shimmers and flashes like haze in the heat of the sun. Allow it, because everything is included in simply that. So we will go out singing and praying and dedicating the merits of our practice. First with the path clearing and wish fulfilling prayer to Padmasambhava. We'll do it once in Tibetan and once in English. Nusum Sanjay Guru Rinpoche Nudru Kundak Dewa Chen Pojam Barche Kunsel Dudu Drak Posel Soadepsum Jingilab Tu So Chinang Sangwei Barche Jiwadang Sampalunji Druparjin Gilo. Precious guide, one with all the Buddhas of the three times, blissful presence and source of all spiritual accomplishments, fierce destroyer of illusion who dispels every obstruction, we pray to you for blessing, inspiration, and realization. Please remove all outer, inner, and secret obstacles and spontaneously fulfill our aspirations. We'll do the bodhicitta dedication on the bottom of page 13. Jamchuk Semchuk Rinpoche Makye Panam Kegyoshik Ke Panam Parme Payang Gonne Gondu Pelwar Shuk. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. And Lama Surya's New Millennium Prayer. May all beings everywhere with whom we are inseparably interconnected and who want and need the same as we do, may all be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, safe, and free. May there be peace and harmony in this world, an end to war and violence, poverty and hunger, inequality and oppression, greed and cruelty, pandemics, famine, droughts, earthquakes, and all kinds of natural disasters. May all be free from fear, harm, danger, anxiety, and insecurity. May we better prepare ourselves for the natural calamities that beset us all, and may we all together complete the spiritual journey. One beloved community, one circle, one family, all the way home. And now our formal practice is over, and we can begin again. I'd like to open it up to questions. I saw that, Mark, you'd like the 21 points. I'll put the name of the book that I've been reading in there, as well as a link to a YouTube recording of the teachings. So some people prefer to listen, some people prefer to read. So I'll put that in there. Any questions, sharing, questions about the retreat? Questions about anything that I said today? Feel free to put it in the chat. The book that I've been studying is called Treasures from Juniper Ridge, and it's translated, the translation matters, by Eric Pema Kunzan. Shout out to Leslie for introducing that to me a number of years ago. Thank you. There's a question about the website. So all you do is go to the Dzogchen.org website. It is the same. It'll look slightly different. In order to get into the website, meaning to make a donation or to register for a program, you'll click on register here. Maybe I'll just walk you through it here. Let's see if this will work. Okay, so here's the website. Just click on register here. You'll go to purchase. And then you go to pay, but what will happen, so that's just if you would just like to purchase a program, which the only thing available for purchase right now is the one-day retreat. Let's go to donations. So the difference is here, you're going to say, it's going to say log into your account. You see this already registered with this, log into your account. I'm going to click on that. Oh, interesting. This backfired. Let's see. Well, let me find out. So I guess there is no, in this moment, there is no getting into an account. I'll have to have him update that. But when you go to register, or you go to become a member, you'll put your information in again, basically. And that's just your name and your email address. And you'll create a password. That's it. So the previous website, there was a lot more to it. And right now, it's very simple and transactional. So hopefully I didn't make that worse. Anyone else? Any questions? Any sharing? Wonderful. We will be here again next week. Forever grateful for your presence, truly. We all need each other to walk each other home, as Ram Dass says. So let's keep walking and practicing. And I'm always heartened after a Sunday morning, know that there's, over 60 of us here with deep intention and open hearts. So love to you all. Thank you all. And we'll see you soon.